Okay, welcome to this video. So in this video, we are going to be learning the concept of ICT. Okay, so ICT stands for Information Communication Technology. Now, for most people, hearing the word ICT is already looking complex to them. I mean, information and communication technology is already looking complex, and a lot of people are not attracted to even this industry or to learning this case. I can tell you, most people are interested in ICT because the human resource department needed them to be skilled in it. If not, the name is not looking interesting to them. For most people, the name looks to them like the whole topic and everything is going to be difficult. But the thing here is that ICT in its own way is broad, but in terms of being effective in a digital and computer age we live in today, all you are required to do is just to understand the concept of ICT, because at the end of the day, you're not going to be dealing with every technology that makes up ICT. But if you understand the concept, you easily deal with it. Okay, whenever something is explained or talked about, you understand. Okay, you don't need to be an engineer, but you understand what the engineer has to do. You don't need to be a network administrator, but you understand how data are communicated through different technology to enable information sharing and all that. These are actually what is essential for an individual when it comes to being ICT skilled or being computer skilled. Okay, so what is ICT? Simply put, ICT is simply it's just like a phrase that is used to define different forms of an electronic medium by which informations are created, stored, manipulated, received, and transferred between one another. This is actually what ICT connotes. It's just different forms, and these forms are made up of technology. So when you know, it's made up of different technologies. Okay, so you have like different elements of ICT: computer technology, network component technology, web technology, application software, landing phone, radio, television broadcast, artificial intelligence, and robotics. These are different technology that made up the ICT world. Okay, so you can look at the ICT world like building a house. Okay, there are different elements that goes into what we have as a building. You have sand, you have cement, you have water, you have wood, you have all this metal like the zinc that when put together in the right proportion, they make up a whole building. This is also what ICT infrastructures look like. It's not just one technology, there are different technology. So when these technology are put together, when these technology are connected in one way or another, okay, they make up that term that is always refers to ICT. Okay, so basically that is it. So when you understand this, you understand that in your own space, depend on what you need ICT for, depend on the task that is requiring you to get ICT skills. You see that you don't have to deal with every technology that that empowers ICT. You don't have to deal with them all, but you can understand what they represent, how they function. Then you can simply sort through and work with those technology in the ICT space that enable you achieve your own goal as an individual. That is actually why it's essential to understand the concept of ICT. Okay, so if you look at this way, you see that there are different roles ICT play in our society today. ICT is actually changing every aspect of our life. It's changing how we communicate, how we work, how we learn, how we live. Okay, so today you talk about wireless communication in terms of our phone line calls and data connection. You also talk about learning, just like what we are doing today. A few decades ago, this thing is not possible. I won't even be thinking of creating a training and launching it this way, but it's possible today because of ICT. Now, it's ICT because there are different technology that have made this possible. We have the computer technology that I use in creating the course. You have the web technology that enables you and I, enables me to upload the course and also enable you to access the course. You also have the internet technology that help you to connect us together. So these are the different technologies that have been put together to enable this learning experience that we are having here. So this is actually how the ICT works. So it's impacting every aspect of our life. Now, with this said, have you ever imagined whenever ICT is mentioned, one of the things that goes in mind is computer. Okay, so computer a whole is not the whole of ICT, but computer on its own is like the backbone of ICT. So different technology that makes ICT possible today is powered by computer. Okay, that is why one of the major skills that is required of you to learn is computer skills, and that is why this course we are going to focus more on helping you understand computer technology, because if you understand computer technology, you can be able to build your understanding on web technology, internet technology, software technology, every other technology that are responsible for enabling us ICT. So I explain this more in the Internet and Web Blueprint course, where I go deep to explain how the internet and the web is made possible to us as an end user. But if you go into details to study this, you understand that the internet as we use today is made possible by computer, the web is made possible by computer, all of the communications, internet access, phone access, every other communication that is possible that are classified under ICT are also made possible by computer. Is when computer started evolving and started being robust in terms of technology that all these other technologies started also evolving and started being possible. So that is why computer literacy, computer understanding, computer skills are always essential to being effective when it comes to ICT world as a whole. So in this course, we're going to focus more on helping you understand computer technology. Okay, so that's why in the next course now we're going to be learning about what computer is, and from there also we'll advance to understanding more about computer generations and different parts and components of computer. Okay, so basically that is it about ICT. Remember, ICT is just a phrase or a term used to explain the different forms and different electronic medium through which informations are created, processed, manipulated, and distributed between one another. That is actually the concept of ICT. And also we mentioned that there are different technologies that enable ICT: the computer technology, the device technology, we'll have the internet technology, we'll have the web technology, application softwares, artificial intelligence, and all the rest. So these are actually the different elements that makes up the ICT technology. Okay, so basically that is it for this video. In the next video we are going to learn what computer is all about. I'll see you in the next one right now.